Hello again, Private Traders Group on Best Forex Method Private. Oops, sorry, I should have turned the volume off on that before I started. This is a totally random, sort of off-the-cuff video, because quite frankly, I cannot actually believe the opportunities that I'm finding. And if you follow me on Twitter, you'll know that looking at H1 and m30 dashboards has only been something I've done since probably for 48 hours now. And I was chatting to my nephew about it, who's not a trader, but who is keen to have a play. And literally, I told him, we didn't even share charts or a screen or anything. He's miles away from me, in fact in another country. And I told him what to do with a big candle into... so he does know as much enough. We've shared a sort of 2-hour session showing him what support and resistance are, so he does know that much. So I just said, when you see a big candle like this, close into a bunch of other big candles or something else on the left hand side, sell it with a stop tightly above. And he texted me this morning and he's made umpteen trades. So 3 trades, to be honest with you, bearing in mind he works full time and whatnot, but just shows you on his phone as well. So anyway, back to, so this stuff is actually blowing my mind away. So literally I've been away. It's now, this was the 4 o'clock H1 bar switch over, as you can see, 24 minutes ago. Yeah, that's right, 24 minutes ago. And I just opened this and I could see instantly what would interest me. That would interest me, obviously, and this would interest me, and that would interest me. Big red candle there. Anything big candles, but even now, or should I say rather now, because I'm becoming so in tune with all the different time frames, your 4 hours, your dailies, your weeklies, and so on and so forth, hourly and 30-minute. I'm seeing trades everywhere. You know, we can see the strength of this move is falling off. This is where the dashboards are just phenomenal. So, as I said on Twitter earlier, on the public one, you know, dump all your Furus and all your paid subscriptions and all that lot. Just concentrate on learning this, and you will get the flow of the market. So, even a situation like that, you know, you can see you've broken support. It's an downtrend. That was your pullback, although it's not a 3CR technically speaking. Pullback continuation. You know, if you can't actually visualize, learn from that and see, yep, high, low, lower, high, lower, low, old support that created our higher high has been tested to see whether it hold, it's held, and down it goes. And we know that's a indecision candle, you know, doji, spinning top, whatever they call it. And all of these sort of indecision candles where the buyers have a go, the sellers have a go back, the sellers have a go, the buyers have a go back, and it reaches, lo and behold, no surprises, it reaches an equilibrium right smack onto that level there. So it's pushed up, tested, and pushed down, tested again. So you spot this stuff. So this, I would absolutely be looking for potential long or potential collapse. One of the two, you know, but the fact that it's a big red candle, we want to start looking at it towards the end of the hour to see about the, as I've said, this wick formation situation going on now. Even this, look, big red candle, and you can see it's popped back. Okay, this is hindsight, but it's not hindsight when I tell you, have a look at this about 10 minutes before the thing, and then what does it do? So let's have a look at Aussie dollar closer. So here it is. I've drawn a cross member on there because before I was going to make this video, as it were, I thought, well, you know, I need to, well, I hadn't intended to make the video, I was just looking at the chart, and then I thought this is a brilliant example to make a video, so that's what I've done. But you can see what's going on. You've got support acts as resistance here when it's broken, then fails to hold again as support, so up it goes. And they've had a mess around up here, so there's probably a few opportunities here. That big candle H1 there, sell it. And you could just, you know, once you've got, I don't know anyone that trades like this, but once you've got outside of the box sort of idea, as it were, then you could see these trades everywhere. I mean, I've just sat down virtually every hour and taken a trade today. I can't even, and a half hours as well, 30 minutes. And I can't even tell you how many successful trades, because I don't actually know. I just keep banging them away. Bang, bang, bang. They just don't. As long as you do the beauty about the dashboard is also, you've got your multi-pair. You've got your correlation going on there. You know, the minute I see Aussie dollar potential bounce here, then I look at that one, think that might bounce too, then I look at that one, and I look at that one, and I look at gold, because if Aussie dollar is going up, gold tends to go in a similar way. If they look a bit iffy, then I just stay out, you know. But and there's, you know, if gold's going up, you will find more often than not the indices will go the opposite way. But you know, don't hold me to that. This is here to teach you. You've got to learn to trade yourself. I mean, that looks nasty, but what might have happened there, right on the, if you'd watched it at the hour, which I'm suggesting you really do need to do, is that may well have popped back, been a lovely red bar, and now it's green. But you look at that now, you don't, there's nothing to be learned from that. But if you look at that 5 or 10 minutes before, knowing this is a huge bar and you've got all your analysis going on, that is going to teach you. There's a 3CR going on here. You know, there's the penultimate high, there's the bearish engulfing, or an engulfing bar effectively, and an outside bar. But you know, low high high, low high high, there's the song. We're going to have a problem here, there, and when this comes up here, you know, potentially get ready to have a little play, have a little short. But then you've got all the other pound pairs to look at. Look, this is going to hit some sort of resistance here, so this one's just breaking some sort of resistance here and here, you know, so that might pull back. They're all looking similar, so you will eventually, you can only look at this so many times a day, you know, 24 hours in a day, 24 times you can look at this, 24 time chances to learn. All right, divide that by 2 or divide it by 5 or 4 or whatever if you're working. But that's my point. And this, you would be ready. All we're looking at is bounces here, guys. So you would be ready. This is bearish. But what's wrong with getting a few pips? Let's have a look back at that again and see how many pips it moved with a stop below here. So at this point here, I've put my vertical on there because I was looking at it with a view to just teaching myself a little bit more. So at that point there, it's gone. Let's say you managed to enter there. It's gone 11 pips with a 3 pip stop. I mean, I'm not worried about getting the 11 pips, although because I've got that 34 EMA there, you can see that little line there, I would expect it to potentially test that. Remember, the EMAs do magnetically, they sort of attract price, and price attracts them, the EMAs. So it's a sort of magnetic effect. So when you see an EMA miles up here, when the price actually reaches it, it's probably nearer down here. So always be aware of that. That don't go for a target up there because the EMA is there, and then it you know, when it finally closes, as it were, the price closes, the EMAs come down. That's what happens. It's just the way they work. It's the way they're calculated. So yeah, 11 pips, 3 pip stop. Put your spread in there and make sure everything's okay. But I'm happy with 3 or 4 pips out of that. Aussie dollar is like watching paint dry a lot of the time, so I'm aware that you can get caught. Believe me, how do I know? So just be careful. But that's it. That's what this video is about, guys. You know, this is something I've never seen anyone talk about trading. Once again, like a lot of my stuff, oddly enough, and just teach yourself to trade. You know, what can I say really? You know, there, great big green bar, red bar, great big green bar into some sort of area here. You know, you only have to throw a level on there and you can see, you know, sellers, buyers beat them, sellers, buyers beat them again. Forget this one, it's finally broken, all it comes is down, but when price comes back to test it, oh dear, guess what happens? The sellers come in. You know, and then, oh my goodness, look at this level here. Buyers and sellers, buyers and sellers. We could use the 3 CRs if you want a little bit of confluence, as it were. And then, oh my goodness, look what happens when that big bar. That's a big bar, boys. That's a big gut bar, girls and boys. And look what happens. Up she goes. That's got to be about 25 pips, hasn't it? Based on the other one. 20 pips. 18 pips. 3 pip stop. You know, it's not rocket science. All these gurus and cultists out there. What is it? The mentor's mentor. What a tosspot. These are different ways to trade, and you should have a good look at your charts and take your lead from the left hand side. How many times do I say this? So thanks for watching, and have a great, I thought it was Friday, I've got so excited, I thought it was the weekend tomorrow, but every day is a weekend for us traders. So so have a great Thursday, and I'll be back on the job tomorrow. Thanks for watching, have a great day.